Now that you know what flow is all about, you may be wondering, how will getting into the flow state really benefit me? Well, you're in luck because there are actually some important benefits of experiencing flow. One benefit of flow is increased concentration and engagement. You may usually have your attention divided by multiple activities. Maybe you're doing some work while also using your phone. Different things in your environment can grab your attention. It's a normal thing. But when you experience flow, you're less distracted and more completely focused on your work or task, which helps you stay productive and use your time wisely. Flow also boosts motivation, more specifically intrinsic motivation. This means that when you're in the flow state, whatever task you're doing feels rewarding in itself. You do the task because it's enjoyable or fulfilling. You feel motivated by the process of the activity rather than any reward you can get by doing it. Flow experiences also help with improving coping strategies. These experiences have shown to be linked to more effective and healthier coping strategies, like confronting the problem and reframing it in a more positive light. And lastly, if you go through more flow experiences, you may also find greater happiness. Because flow is a state where your skills are stretched by a task, flow experiences encourage you to use your skills and grow in the process, helping you lead a more meaningful life, which is also associated with an improvement in your overall well-being. Now that you know how flow can be beneficial, the ultimate question now is, how do you get into the flow state? Well, there's not exactly a one-size-fits-all process, but here's a guide that may help you. One thing you can do is eliminate any distractions. Enhance your ability to focus by trying to create a peaceful environment. Store your phone away or try temporary website blockers. If some distractions are unavoidable, it may help to perform short focus exercises like mindfulness walking or a brief physical workout to get you from scattered focus to single-pointed focus. Another thing you can do is to focus on doing one task at a time. In his book about flow, Csikszentmihalyi notes that the psychological energy allocated to paying attention is finite, and that we cannot divide our attention and still do well in the things we need to do. In other words, multitasking may actually prove difficult in achieving the flow state. Recheck your priorities and take it one task at a time. When doing your task, you can also try setting moments where you work freely without judgment. This part refers to what Csikszentmihalyi notes in his observations with rock climbers as loss of the ego, where action and awareness are merged. While there is still control over the task, there's also a sense of freedom, of letting go and trusting your skills and abilities to adapt and do the job. You can try doing this by setting up a brief time to do your task freely, like pouring as many words or sentences as you can on a write-up without judging its quality first. And then afterwards, take a step back and go through what you've just produced. Give yourself feedback and make the necessary changes and adjustments aligned to your goals. Another thing you can try is engaging yourself in challenges. Get slightly out of your skill comfort zone and find that space or rhythm where your abilities can engage in a challenge without discouragement. For instance, if you were able to wash dishes or clean up for 30 minutes today, maybe you can complete the same tasks within 20 minutes next time. Managing this exchange of progress and challenge gets you into a zone of focus and motivation. It's okay when you don't meet your expectations too. You can reevaluate and gauge the challenges accordingly. One last thing you can do is reflect on your experiences. After successfully completing tasks, re-examine the experience of performing them, whether you felt like you achieved flow state or not, and see what else can be improved to facilitate your getting in the zone. Perhaps it may help to identify your peak creative and productive times. With a bit of exploration and practice, you may find that flow can help you attain an enjoyable, optimal experience in performing any activity or task, and overall help you learn to love what you do. And that's it. We've discussed what flow is, who came up with it, as well as its benefits and how it can be achieved. Until next time, stay in touch and keep trying to find your flow.